All right, so here we go. We're going to solve this system of equations. There it is, the answer, 3/2, 1/2, -3/2. So we have the answer. Now we're going to solve it using a matrix, okay? It says use a matrix. So the first thing you do is make the matrix. So 1, -1, 6, -8, 5, 1, 5, 0.5, 2, 3, 1, and 3. Okay, how do we solve this? What I want to do, you know our goal, right? We want to make all three of these 0. That lower triangle, we want to make them all 0. So the first thing we want to make 0 is the 5. The second thing we want to make 0 is the 2. And then the last thing we want to make 0 is what? The 3. So we're kind of going in that order. So we're going to do this side work. I'm going to multiply the first. I'm going to use the first row to get rid of the 5. So I'm going to multiply the first row by what? -5. So -5 times 1, -1, 6, and -8. Now, okay, let's see. What is this? -5, 5, -30, and what? 40? Below that, I'm going to put the second row, right? The second row is 5. 1, 5, and 0.5. Oh my goodness, we have decimals. Not fun. Okay, now I'm going to add these together. What's -5 plus 5? 0. 5 plus 1? 6. 30 plus 5? -25, right? And then this we're going to get what? 40.5? Okay, that's my 2 star. I need to get a 3 star, so I'm going to multiply the first equation by what? I'm trying to get rid of the 2, so what do I multiply the first equation by? -2 is correct. So 1, -1, 6, -8. So I'm going to multiply that and get what? -2. This is all side work, by the way. So this is -12. And then what? 16. Now below that, I'm going to put which row? Third row, right? 2, 3, 1, 3. And what do I get if I add these together? I get 0 what? 5. And then what?
19.
What do I call this? 3 star. Okay, so now what do I do now? I rewrite the matrix. Rewrite the matrix. I want to see three matrices. I want to see 3. So 1, -1, 6, -8, 0, 6, -25, and then 0, 5, -11, and 19. All right, so we're off to a good start. We got a couple zeros. I only need one more 0. I don't want to use the first equation anymore. I do not want to use the first equation anymore. I want to use the second equation to get rid of the third. Right? I'm going to use the second equation to get rid of the third. This is tricky because that's not a 1 anymore. I would love to multiply it by -5, but it's a 6. So what I want to do here is quick because it's too hard. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, I want to multiply. I want to get the LCM, the least common multiple. I want the least common multiple of 6 and 5 so that they're the exact same number, preferably one of them negative, one of them positive, right? So I want to multiply the top. What's the LCM of 6 and 5? 30. 30. So I'm going to multiply the second equation by negative what? -5. Now this is harder procedure here. So 0, 6, -25, and what? 40. Oh my gosh, the numbers are getting crazier. So give up at this point. When it gets hard like this, just give up. That's my motto. If it gets tough, give up. No, I'm just kidding. So here, what's this? 125? Somebody get their calculator out. 5 times this? 402.5? -202.5? Should have known that. Okay. Now I also want to multiply the third equation by what? +6. So 0, 5, -11, and 19, right? So what do I get? 0, 30, -66.
And 60 plus 54 is
104?
No, 114.
114? I wish I was good at math. I could do that in my head. All right, so now 0 plus 0 is 0. 0. And what's this?
Uh,
59?
Yeah.
59. And then what's this?
It's 87.5, I think.
88.5?
No, I think it's 87.5.
88.5, right? But negative, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is our. Okay, now that's tricky because we have, does that make sense? This is a little bit harder. So yes, you can multiply both equations by a number. You see what happened here? We're trying to get rid of we're trying to make this 5 a 0. So we need to multiply, what did we do? We multiplied the second equation by what? By -5. And then we multiplied the third equation by what? We multiplied it by 6. So that we can get 30, we can get -30 and then +30. So then when they add together, you get 0, right? So we call this 3 double star. And so now I want to rewrite the matrix one last time. 1, -1, 6, -8, 0, 6, -25, and 40.5, right? And then like 0, 0, 59, and -88.5. So then, so then I'm good. Now I'm going to do this. What were our variables? X, Y, Z or something, right? Was it X1? So X1 minus X2 plus 6X3 equals -8. And then you got like 6X2 minus 25X3 equals 40.5, right? And then lastly, you have 59X3 equals to -88.5, right? So then X3 equals what? -88.5. Anybody have a calculator? Divided by 59, what do you get?
1 and 20.
Hold on, this is weird because isn't the... What is it? It's 1.5? So -1.5? Yay, that's cool. It is? 88.5 divided by 59? That's interesting.
Divided by
I guess it is right, yeah, because 59... Yeah, okay.
29.5, which 59 plus 29.5 is 8.5.
Okay, cool. Cool. So -1.5, that's nice because if you look up here, you have -1.5 for the z value, right? -1.5. -3/2, same thing as -1.5.
What happens that I think if you input like the fraction, it says that it's not.
Well, the question will say input a fraction or decimal.
Okay,
It'll
say
give
the
you,
question.
it should give you, fraction, decimal. It should give instructions, right? But anyways, we got x3. Now you got to get x2. The way you get it is 6 times x2 minus 25 times x3, which is -1.5, equals to 40.5. And then you go like, okay, so 6x2. What's this going to be? Plus what?
37.5.
Plus 37.5
Yeah.
equals 40.5. So if you subtract that, what do you get?
6x equals 3, x equals 1/2.
3x equals 1/2 or 0.5. And then to get x1, we use the top equation. So x1 minus x2, which is 0.5, plus 6 times x3, which is -1.5, has to equal to what? -8. So then it's just a bunch of work, right? x1, what? Minus 0.5, minus what?
9.
Minus 9 equals -8. So then what do you get here? x1 minus 9.5 equals -8. So then you get x equals what? 1.5. So then our final answer, 1.5, comma, 0.5, comma, -1.5. Or fractionally, it would be 3/2, 1/2, -3/2. So there you go. That's what they got. And that's it.